Hi, my name is Siti Najamita Muhammad Amin, and today I am going to talk about one of the mental health issues, which is impulse control disorder. Before we dig more into it, we need to know what exactly mental health is. Thanks to my research, mental health is when a person's condition to regard of their psychological and emotional well-being. To make it a bit more understanding for you all, this means this does not apply to race, gender, sexuality, and none of the sort. This applies to everyone who has a mind. And meanwhile, mental disorder or psychiatric disorder is a behavioral or mental pattern that causes significant distress or lack in personal functioning. Impulse control disorder is a class of psychiatric disorder characterized by impulsivity, which is failure to resist temptation, an urge or an impulse, or sometimes having the inability to not speak on a thought. According to data from the 4th edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, about 10.5% of the general population is estimated to have an impulse control disorder. Males may be slightly more prone to impulse control disorders than females, and this disorder may commonly co-occur with the other mental health disorder or with substance abuse. Now, first of all, we will look on types of impulse control disorder, or also we known as ICD. There are 5 types of this mental disorder, which is identified as stand-alone disorder, which are intermittent explosive disorder (IED), oppositional defense disorder (ODD), conduct disorder, kleptomania, and pyromania. Now, let's look into it one by one. Intermittent explosive disorder. This disorder, also known as IED, is characterized by persistent impulsive and angry outbursts. The person may be violent or aggressive toward people, animals, or property. Meanwhile, a person with oppositional defiant disorder or ODD frequently loses their temper, is annoyed, and often becomes angry or resentful. They challenge authority figures, flout rules, bother other people on purpose, and blame other people for their problems. Next is conduct disorder. Conduct disorder consists of persistent behavior that violates social rules. The person may be aggressive toward people or animals, destroy other people's property, lie or steal, or violate rules such as run away or skip school at an early age. And as for kleptomania, the disorder is not about the things stolen, but instead about the compulsion to steal and lack of self-control over this compulsion. Individuals may feel a sense of relief and gratification after committing the theft. Meanwhile, pyromania is disorder when individual who repeatedly and deliberately sets fire. An attraction or obsession with fire and fire-setting paraphernalia, along with a compulsive need to set fires, and relief and pleasure after doing so characterize this disorder. So now we have discussed about types of ICD, we will move on to what are the root causes or the factor of these disorders. But actually, there is no single cause for impulse control disorder. Temperamental, physiological, environmental, and genetic factors may play a role in the development of this disorder. Science still is not clear on what causes impulse control disorder to develop. There are few factors that seem to be consistent in all people who have this condition, which is coexisting mental health problems, genetics, and medication use. Dual mental health conditions such as obsessive-compulsive disorder or bipolar disorder can sometimes accompany impulse control disorder and can be quite common. More research is needed, but it is possible that there is a correlation between chemical imbalances and structural problems in the brain. Now, we will talk about the suggestions, treatments, or the solution to overcome these disorders. Remember that this disorder is a medical condition that can be treated, and there are plenty of professional treatment options that can help you live a life free of compulsions. Treatment will look different for each person, but might include habit reversal therapy, medication management, or inpatient treatment at the facility. Habit reversal is a technique that was developed in 1970s. Breathing exercises are often a part of habit reversal therapy and help fuse tight muscles and control urges. Journaling has also been shown to be useful so a person can begin to understand triggering sensations and environments. And medication can help successfully control this disorder, either by introducing a new medication or changing a current medication. For those who have impulse control disorder as a result of Parkinson's medication, carefully discussing treatment options with your doctor is essential to help minimize this condition. And quality of dually diagnosed substance use disorder and impulse control treatment will be similar across facility types. Some offer more comfort amenities than others. It's possible that you have been diagnosed with impulse control disorder while struggling with substance abuse. A treatment program designed to address both conditions can be a way to overcome these challenges and begin living your best life. In conclusion, I hope you now understand all of the information we have discussed so far. So today I have told you about types of impulse control disorder, the factor that causes it, and how to deal with it based on those treatments and solutions. Impulse control disorder can be disruptive, distressing, and dangerous, but they are treatable. With the right therapy and a commitment to treatment, you can keep impulses at bay. For many, the hardest part of the process is talking with your doctor. After all, who wants to admit they can't control themselves? It's important to remember that you are suffering from a medical condition, that from a personal weakness. You have the right to get treatment, and you owe it to yourself to find a way to live your best life. When you are ready to discuss this condition with your doctor, it might be helpful to write it down, the important points ahead of time. That way you will remember everything you want to discuss. Bringing a friend can be helpful too, if that person has witnessed your behavior firsthand. And that's all from me. Thank you.